Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and of course, welcome on back to another LEGO Mixels Series 2 review. Today we're going to be beginning of the final tribe of, or the reviews, sorry, for the final tribe of the LEGO Mixels in Series 2, which are, of course, the Flexers. Now, this is the leader of the Flexers who reside within the Rubberlands, which kind of gives you a little bit of a hint about what these characters are all about. They're very flexible, and they can kind of like shift their shapes and such. That's a bit of a tongue twister. Shift shapes. Yeah, shapeshifter. There we go. That makes more sense. But of course, this is the one and only Kraw. You can see a nice little animated drawing of him right up in the top corner right there. You can see he is very, very happy to be the leader of the Flexers within the Rubberlands. Sorry. He actually considers himself to be the smartest of all the Mixels. Interestingly enough, he is quite smart, but the one quality that he has in spades is actually confidence. He's a very, very confident fella indeed. In fact, he's so confident that he constantly challenges everybody within the Rubberlands and all the other Mixels to quizzes and to tiny little challenges like those. And oddly enough, he doesn't always win, but he still considers himself to be quite a smart fella indeed. On top of that, if you're wondering, wait, but how does he outwit his nemesis and his enemies in the forms of Mixels, of course? Well, what he does is apparently he's got this attack where he turns into a rubber ball-like shape, and then he just bounces around and knocks around all his enemies. Basically, he plays bowling with Mixels. Now, one thing that's quite interesting about the Series 2 Flexers is that nearly all the sets have close to 70 pieces. So they're kind of like the biggest of the sets so far for the Mixels, which is quite cool indeed. You'll see that with the other characters in this particular wave as well. But of course, as I said before, 70 pieces. 41515 is the name of the set here. When we flip it on over, of course, we can see the other members of the Flexers right here. So you will notice there's Mr. Kraw, then we've got Bulk and Tentro. I'll be reviewing Tentro next, then we'll review Bulk after that, and then of course we will assemble this crazy design right here, which looks amazing. Look at the way that his eyes are connected there. That looks really, really cool, which is of course the Flexers Max. Now each one of these sets comes with I think like 69, 68 pieces, so very, very cool that this is quite a large set indeed. On top of that, of course, speaking of sets, here's the rest of the sets available in Series 2. We've taken a look at the Frosticons, we've taken a look at Fangang, and of course Fangang Max, which was absolutely terrific. And now we begin our adventure throughout the Flexers, and then of course we will end off our adventure with the Flexers Max. So with all that being said, let's go on ahead and get this sucker fully assembled and see what he is like outside the packaging. So Kraw is now fully assembled, and I have to say, it is absolutely awesome. First of all, I absolutely love the orange that these guys come in. This orange is so vibrant and so energetic. I mean, you can tell definitely. It's very, very, very cool. The color is so saturated, and it really, really pops nicely. So of course, as you can see, here's Kraw biting down, and he's obviously got a bit of a, to me at least, a little bit of a crab-like feel to him, especially because his feet move along like this. So he can be very, very short, as you can see, by putting his feet all the way down, or if you push him all the way up, and we just scroll all these up, or turn them all up, I guess, bam, he can be quite tall. So that is very cool. I really love how he's got a lot more variety in that sense. He can go ahead and jump on up and down on his enemies. Of course, we got a set of 4 teeth at the top, 4 teeth at the bottom, a giant tongue, which kind of is actually scary because that tongue is ginormous. But I actually also like the way that his hands are done, which is kind of squid-like. So I don't know, I'm getting a lot of a feel from the overall Flexers. Actually, I know that they're supposed to be just about being very flexible and stretchy and stuff, but I don't know why I'm getting a bit of a feel of like water type creatures from them, and you'll see the rest of the reviews as we continue, but they do have a little bit of that feeling, at least for me. I could be wrong. Let me know if you guys agree down in the comment section below. But then of course, you guys know me, I got myself I don't know, I really love when people have cool facial hair. So in this case, we've got really cool facial hair on a Mixel, which is actually a mustache, which is awesome. So you can see it right here, and obviously if you go on the LEGO website, you could even see how what's his face, Kraw tends to grab that mustache and like curl it and twist it and such. So that is quite lovely as well. Now, except for that, obviously the articulation that I showed was in the legs and in the arms, so you can rotate actually the arm sideways and then also up and down, which is quite lovely. And of course, you can go ahead and chomp up and down. The nice thing about him is because he's built so solidly, even if you open his mouth all the way down, he's not going to tip over like this or anything. So he's got a really solid foundation, which is really cool. And obviously, the other element that you could always mess around with is you could always have like one of the, let's say, these two legs outwards. I mean, it's obviously got to be balanced, so you want to keep some sort of pressure going or some sort of reasonable look going. But I really love how much variety of posing this guy offers, which is absolutely fantastic. So with all that being said, there you guys have it. This will conclude the review for the one and only first member of the Flexors, aka the leader of the Flexors. Now, by the way, guys, you might have heard a little bit of an audio difference between now and the unboxing because I'm actually recording this in a different room, but hopefully now I've got an official kind of place where I can always do reviews and consistently pump out more reviews for you guys over on here on the Blitzwinger channel. And of course, if you want to see reviews for a whole bunch of action figures and such, go on over to my MP Toys channel, Maximus Primus Toys, where I review plenty of really cool action figures from Marvel, DC, Power Rangers, just a whole plethora of stuff. So with all that being said, thank you guys so very much for watching. Of course, if you guys enjoyed it, enjoyed the video, I should say, please give it a big like rating, share the video with your family and friends, favorite the videos as well. Of course, if you have any opinions and thoughts, let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you later, alligators. Bye-bye, guys.